Take a moment and think. Are you truly living or merely existing day by day? When you wake up every morning, do you feel excited about what lies ahead? Or do you just quietly go through the same routines, repeating them like a habit? Have you ever asked yourself, if time is the most valuable asset, am I using it wisely? As we grow older, we begin to realize something obvious and haunting. Time waits for no one. It passes silently, sometimes so quickly that we fail to notice how many precious moments have slipped away. We often say we are busy, but are we truly living or just filling our time without truly enjoying it? However, there is one fortunate thing. It is never too late to change. No matter your age or where you are, as long as you recognize the value of time, you can take control of it. You can start today with simple yet powerful steps to create a more fulfilling, meaningful, and emotionally rich life. And that is exactly why I made this video. If you've ever felt like you're living a dull life, stuck in an endless cycle of meaningless days, or trapped by habits that silently steal your joy, watch this video until the end. Today, I will share with you 5 dangerous traps that could destroy your happiness without you even realizing it. More importantly, I'll show you how to break free from them, take back control of your time, and make every single day truly worthwhile. But before we dive into the main content, I have a small request for you. If you haven't already done so, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, not just because it helps me keep creating valuable content, but, more importantly, because I believe that by the end of this video, you'll feel that it was the right decision. All right, let's begin this journey and make sure that from this moment on, every moment in your life is truly worth living. 1. Trapped in the past. The invisible trap that hinders happiness. Time moves forward, and as we look back, we all have regrets. It might be a trip we once dreamed of but never took, a career opportunity we hesitated too long to seize, or a meaningful relationship that ended with lingering sorrow. These memories, whether joyful or painful, remain etched in our minds. And sometimes, we find ourselves stuck in an endless loop of unanswered questions. What if I had done things differently? What if I had been braver? What if I could turn back time? These thoughts can become an unbreakable cycle, pulling us away from the present and trapping us in things that can never be changed. When life slows down, especially as we enter later years, moments of stillness make the past feel more vivid than ever. We turn through the pages of our memories, blaming ourselves, dwelling on regrets, and sometimes even allowing the past to define who we are. But remember, the past is just a part of your story, not the entirety of your journey. It can teach us valuable lessons, but it does not have the power to dictate our future. If you continue to dwell on regrets, you may unknowingly let slip the opportunities right before you. The present is what you can control. Learn to appreciate what you have now. Focus on what you can do today to improve your life rather than getting lost in memories of what has been lost. Because in the end, happiness isn't about turning back time. It's about how you choose to live from this moment forward. 2. Fear of the unknown, the silent enemy of growth. As we age, we often seek familiarity, clinging to daily routines like a safety blanket. A cup of tea in the morning, a familiar path for a walk, a predictable schedule that brings a sense of stability. There is nothing wrong with loving comfort. But what happens when that comfort zone slowly turns into an invisible cage? When fear of failure, worry about others' opinions, or hesitation toward the unknown prevent us from stepping beyond our limits. The truth is, the things we have yet to try often bring us the most joy and excitement. Growth has no age limit. Learning, exploring, and experiencing are not reserved for the young. Did you know that there are people in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s who are passionately learning new languages, practicing yoga, experimenting with painting, or taking technology classes. They refuse to let fear hold them back, and as a result, they not only expand their knowledge, but also keep their minds youthful and full of life. Don't let questions like, "Am I too old to start?" "Swing. What will people think?" or "What if I fail?" stop you from trying something new. Instead of worrying about failure, focus on what you can learn from the experience. You may not become an expert, but you will gain meaningful experiences and small yet fulfilling moments of joy. Life never stops changing, and neither should you. Every day is a new opportunity to step beyond your comfort zone and discover exciting things you've never known before. Don't let invisible fears rob you of the chance to enrich your life. Stay curious, challenge yourself, and keep exploring. Because life only truly stops when we stop seeking new experiences. 3. The temptation of endless entertainment. The silent thief of time. Imagine a quiet afternoon. You're sitting in your favorite chair, remote control in hand. Or maybe it's your phone or tablet. A captivating movie plays on the screen. An endless stream of short videos keeps rolling, news updates, social media posts, and comments pull you deeper into the digital world. At first, you only intended to relax briefly, but before you know it, hours have slipped away. And then comes the unsettling question: what did I accomplish during all that time? I get it. The world out there can be loud and exhausting. Technology offers us an easy escape, a place to retreat and feel busy without any real effort. But the problem is, when we let ourselves sink into the endless cycle of digital content, we don't just lose time. We lose our connection to ourselves and the real world. Entertainment is essential, but when it becomes an unchecked habit, it no longer serves as relaxation. It slowly robs us of our control over our lives. Think about it. How many meaningful things could you do instead of letting time slip away in front of a screen? Maybe you could write a handwritten letter to a loved one you haven't spoken to. Maybe you could start a hobby you once loved, but set aside because of daily busyness. Or perhaps something as simple as walking outside, breathing in fresh air, and feeling the sun's warmth on your skin instead of the cold blue light of a screen. So pause for a moment. Next time you reach for your phone to mindlessly scroll or turn on the TV, just because you don't know what else to do, ask yourself, is this truly bringing me lasting joy? Or is it just a temporary distraction? If the answer is a distraction, try doing something else, something small but meaningful. A phone call to an old friend, a book waiting to be opened, or simply sitting still, closing your eyes and listening to your thoughts. When you look back, you won't remember how many episodes you watched or how many short videos you scrolled through, but you will remember the moments you truly lived, the deep conversations, the new experiences, the things that made your heart feel alive. And that is what truly makes life worthwhile. The news cycle trap. When the world overwhelms your life. Think about your morning routine. Do you reach for your phone when you wake up, scrolling through headlines? Every day, political crises, natural disasters, crime, and social unrest seem to bring something new to worry about. And the more you read, the deeper you get pulled in. What starts as a quick update turns into hours lost in an endless stream of alarming news. I get it. We want to stay informed, to feel like we're not left behind. But pause momentarily and ask yourself, does constantly consuming negative news help me? Or is it only making me more anxious, unsettled, and pessimistic about the world? Research shows that overexposure to negative news can alter our perception of life. When we are constantly bombarded with stories of violence, conflict, and disaster, our brains start to believe that the world is a dangerous, hopeless place. We may become fearful, lose trust in others, or even feel powerless in the face of problems too big for us to change. This doesn't just affect how we view society. It also impacts our mood, mental well-being, and overall health. But here's something you can control: how you consume news. Instead of overwhelming yourself with endless negativity, be intentional about what you take in. This doesn't mean ignoring reality, but rather finding balance. If you read a negative news article, balance it with something uplifting. Try this simple but powerful habit. Before checking the news, read one inspiring story every morning. It could be about someone overcoming adversity, a community-driven initiative making a difference, or a scientific breakthrough offering hope for the future. Just 10 minutes a day of focusing on something positive can shift your mindset. You'll start to see that the world isn't just full of problems. There's still plenty of goodness worth believing in and striving for. Remember, it's not the news that dictates your emotions, but how you process it. Take charge of your attention, instead of letting the news cycle control your mood and outlook. Your mind needs a healthy diet too, starting with what you eat daily. 5. The pursuit of perfection. When you forget your beauty. We live in a world where everything is polished. Flawless faces on social media, endless promises of youth-restoring treatments, and anti-aging solutions. As we age, the pressure to maintain a perfect appearance only intensifies. Have you ever stood in front of the mirror, noticing the subtle signs of time? A few wrinkles at the corners of your eyes, strands of silver in your hair, and suddenly felt a pang of regret. Maybe you've wished you could turn back time, holding on to youth a little longer. But here's a truth few will tell you. Perfection is an illusion. It's an unreachable standard imposed by society, keeping us chasing something that doesn't exist. Those wrinkles on your face? They are not flaws. The marks of the times you've laughed, cried, and lived fully. The silver strands in your hair. They are not something to hide. They are a badge of time. Proof that you have endured years of valuable experiences. So why chase after unrealistic standards? Why sacrifice your confidence and joy just to fit into a perfect image that others expect? Instead of worrying about what you've lost, focus on what you've gained. Wisdom, experience, kindness. These are the true sources of beauty. Try something simple. Be grateful for yourself. Instead of standing in front of the mirror criticizing what you don't like, appreciate every part of who you are. Look into your eyes. They have witnessed countless precious moments. Look at your hands. They have worked, cared for, and loved. Life isn't a race to preserve eternal youth. It's a journey to embrace every moment fully. And the most beautiful thing about you isn't how you look. It's how you've lived. You can sit there and think about everything you want to do, the changes you wish to make. But thinking alone is not enough. If you don't take action, life will continue passing by, just as it always has. So why wait? Start right now with one small but meaningful action. Call an old friend you haven't spoken to in a while. It could be just a simple message, but it might brighten their day and yours too. Try a hobby you've always wanted to explore, but never dared to start. Painting, learning an instrument, practicing yoga, or even opening that book you bought long ago but never read. If you don't know where to begin, embrace the present moment. Step outside, take a deep breath of fresh air, listen to the birds singing, feel the breeze on your skin, and remind yourself that you are alive right now. Time is the one thing that can never be reversed, and you deserve a fulfilling life, not just a series of days that pass by aimlessly. The best time to change isn't tomorrow. It isn't someday. It's right now. So don't wait. Get up, step out of your comfort zone, and start living life the way you truly deserve.